Cool. Looks like we can get straight into things with this sesh because it's going to be a pretty big one. Thank you to everybody that's shown up already. I'm sure more of the community will trickle in as we continue, but I will get straight into basically catching us up on where we are and what to expect for this session. We have made it to the most infamous boss battle pretty much of the entire story, and that is Yunalesca. And obviously over the years I've gained a lot of experience against Yunalesca. I know Yunalesca fairly well, but this run is at least somewhat unique in the sense that our moveset is obviously a bit different, like each character's abilities are definitely different. And in terms of preparations, I feel like Yunalesca is a battle of preparations. If you know what you're up against and you prepare well, then Yunalesca is always that much easier. But for this one, of course, I know Yunalesca well, but in terms of preparation, it's only kind of partial, because what I have been doing so far in this challenge is basically not trying to deliberately run around and farm stuff and basically keep revisiting areas. And that's why we're going relatively fast here. I'd say maybe like an hour of this, possibly an hour and a half, is due to just kind of leaving it on before the stream starts just to make sure everything's kind of loaded up. So we've got here pretty quickly without using much speed up or anything like that. But the downside is that we have less in terms of like items and preparation for a boss like this that can definitely catch out a lot of players, even experienced ones. So that's what's going to be interesting about this one. In the last session we did the big cutscene before the fight, so I think we should be ready to just make our preparations and then go straight into the fight. Obviously we've got the long cutscene before it. If I fail and we have to watch the cutscene again, I will. I've got like a mod to skip cutscenes. I'll probably activate that if we fail, but we will see. So what I will do here is just try to see what we have on the table and try to make some preparations. We continue to operate the kind of no Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spoilers. At this stage, more and more people from the community are finally starting to finish the game. It's taken over 100 hours for a lot of the people playing. And so obviously it's taken quite a long time. We'll keep that going for a little longer, and then I think in maybe like 2 or 3 streams time, we'll kind of lift the whole like no rebirth talk, and we'll be able to discuss some of that while we're here. I do think a lot of people that have got it at launch or near launch are basically either finished or getting close. So just bear with us a little longer, but for now at least, please continue to avoid rebirth talk in the stream. So let's see what we got here. Right. Obviously, first off, it's who has zombie protection of some kind. Obviously, I don't remember from the previous session what we had. I know I brought the one from once for Auron, I think, and that's it. But I forgot if I gave anybody anything else. Yeah, he's got this one. SOS Haste. It's a really good one for this fight, honestly, but I think having a bit more control with the zombies is probably better. We'll see. Now's the time to choose, like the live stream or live and fight your sorrow. Okay. So we don't have too much, as you can see. I mean, we've got a few things, but nothing that great. I think for me, one is obviously the zombie protection, but 2, obviously we have Mind Blast in the final form, and depending on your luck that can really screw you over, so we have to be careful with confusion. So I think those are the 2 things I'm kind of looking out for. So I probably honestly even switch to this maybe, depending. So let me have a look. I think in this fight Auron I think is the strongest still. Let's have a look. Who's going to do the most damage here? Auron I think is the strongest. Walker's pretty good too. And Lulu is kind of a double threat. She can do strength-based damage or magic-based damage. So I'm kind of inclined to use those 3 as like my main damage dealers. But my kind of ace here might actually be Tidus, weirdly, because he does very little damage because of his low strength and relatively low magic, but he has very good agility. And I think I might try to use him as a bit of a kind of a pure support character, so don't have him attack Yunalesca pretty much at all. But he just plays a support role, and basically if I can haste him up, and I don't attack Yunalesca, I think we can keep our haste on. So I might use Tidus in a slightly different capacity in this fight. And Waka does have the use ability, so Tidus and Waka I think are going to be particularly useful for this one. So we'll see. Yeah, that is the one benefit. I mean, speed is just, it's such a huge thing in this game. And Tidus, probably in this fight, you'll get to see just how important it can be. Yogi Black, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you could catch a live. Just doesn't have particularly great stuff here that's gonna... Just thinking, is it worth giving anyone extra bit of this? We can get one zombie proof, but Candle of Lives are difficult steals and they could really help us moving forwards. Like I say, if I'm trying to maintain a bit of a no farming thing, unsure. Are you going to try and use all the characters or just like your best few? Yunalesca is the kind of fight where you do end up rotating through your characters more, I think, especially for the third form. So we'll see. There's still more people coming in. Welcome to everybody joining us. At least for this one, it's going to take me a little bit of time to prepare, and we've got the cutscene and stuff, so hopefully plenty of people can come in and be ready for the fight itself. So just bear with me while I get the setup here. I'm considering giving Tidus a zombie proof here, potentially. The idea I have in my head involves him being a zombie proof guy. Might do that. Which one should I combine? Yeah, he just doesn't have anything with a lot of slots. Okay, we're going to take a chance here. I'm going to give him zombie proof. I think at least having one character who is zombie proof is going to be nice in this fight. The more you can kind of control which of your party members have zombie and which ones don't. I think that's one of the big parts of winning the fight, if you don't have the power to just kind of overpower her completely. So I think I'm going to try this one. We'll see. Do you have a steal? Yes, I do. So that's something we're going to look into as well. I think she counters that with sleep, but in the first form we should be relatively safe. So that's one. And I'm wondering if maybe Waka should have some kind of zombie protection as well, like a zombie ward. And the rest of it I can just heal with items. I might do that. Because we can always buy more holy waters like after the fight. Yeah, that should be enough. I'm going to go with this. Okay. So, like I said, I think the idea is Waka, Oren, and Tidus doing most of the work. Lulu, basically I've got 2 free holies to use, which should do at least over 10,000 damage, the 2 of them. And so as I get nearer the end, I think I've got to spam the holies. But I think I'll probably start off with something like this, and just see how we do, really. So we have some degree of control against zombie. And we have a little bit of protection from confusion, if we need it. And well, she does have this, which should help too. So I think we're generally ready to give it a go. I'm going to save here, so I don't have to do this all again if I mess it up. I think the trouble with this one is the auto-save point. If you, let's say, go into the Yunalesca fight, and for whatever reason you didn't have a save before, like you did 15 minutes of menu work, and then you went into the Yunalesca fight and you died, then let's say you wanted to use your auto-save to kind of just go straight back into the fight. It takes the autosave from after you've triggered the cutscene, basically, so you can't do anything after that. So just like you'll basically be thrown straight back into the fight and you can't make any adjustments. So it's definitely worth bearing in mind. Okay, my friends, I hope you guys are ready, because one of the most epic cutscenes in the game is coming, and hopefully we'll only have to watch it once. So let's trigger this cutscene and this fight and see if we can overcome it. Just love this arena. One of my absolute all-time favorite places to do battle.
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I ask something first? Will sin come back even should I use the final summoning to defeat it?
Sin is eternal. Every Aeon that defeats it becomes sin in its place. And thus is sin reborn.
So that's why Jack became Sin.
Sin is an inevitable part of Spira's destiny. It is never-ending.
Never-ending? But if we atone for our crimes, sin will stop coming back, yeah?
Poor Walker.
Someday it'll be gone, yeah?
Will humanity ever attain such purity?
Ugh.
Losing his face.
This cannot be! The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement. It's been our only hope all these years.
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate, however tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in all this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jack believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope.
This scream, man. Sheesh. The emotion behind that. Who says Oren's voice actor's just like a, you know, he just reads wisely and maturely. Showed a bit of range there.
Yevon's teachings and the final summoning give the people of Spira hope. Without hope, they would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith? Who will be the one to renew Spira's hope?
No one. I would have gladly died. I live for the people of Spira, and would have gladly died for them, but no more. The final summoning is a false tradition that should be thrown away.
No, it is our only hope. Your father sacrificed himself to give that hope to the people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him. So I will live with my sorrow. I will live my own life. I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. You would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
So many great lines here, just back to back.
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. Now is the time to shape your stories. Your fate is in your hands.
Yuna needs Kimahri. Kimahri protect Yuna.
Well, I'm fighting.
I can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Yunalesca. Give me a break.
You can always run.
Ha I'd never forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Yuna! This is our story. Now let's see this thing through together.
Love it. Just love the way that it's such a kind of Titus and Yuna story, but they gave basically all of the cast a chance to say something in that moment. Like everybody got their line, which was really cool. And Waka's attitude there, you can see like Lulu's feelings towards him like kind of shifted a bit, I think, at that moment, with the way he kind of saw Yevon for what it was and gained resolve to fight. Brilliant. And yes, the challenge theme, so damn good. I mean, everything about this is just, it's so damn good. Wait, what the hell? What is this? Sorry, just a sec. I literally got a thing on my YouTube streaming page that just says verify it's you. To continue your session, complete a brief verification. What? Is someone trying to mess with my account? Literally while I'm streaming. It's never happened during a stream before. I don't know if this is something I should ignore for now, if the stream keeps working, or... Is the stream still running for you guys? Is everything working properly? It's a strange time to do that. I don't know why I would ask for it now. It's running. Do you guys reckon I should just carry on? I don't know. Weird. It just says to continue your session. Like, what if I don't do anything? It literally says verify that it's you. To continue your session, complete a brief verification. This extra step helps us keep your account safe by making sure that it's really you. But I don't know. Like, I've had these appear before, like when I've been to Turkey or something, I need to log in again, but not literally like this. It's a weird context what's happening. But yeah, if the stream randomly cuts out, something happens, I guess maybe that's why. YouTube, for whatever reason, thinks that something's happened and it's kind of shut it down. I really don't know. But for now, everything should be fine. Okay. We are going to continue forward here and see if we can get through. Okay. I think the first thing I want to do is... not Yuna. I want to steal... because we get stamina tablets. We've not been able to steal any so far. So let's start with that. This first form, thankfully, is not very dangerous, so we should be able to manage. Only problem being, when you get put to sleep, I don't want to use a remedy to wake someone up. It's a bit crap. Just trying to think, who's the weakest? Titus might be one of the weakest people here. He's better suited to waking people up who are asleep, yeah. But he's gonna get countered here. She almost backslapped him. Sheesh. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get to work here. I'm thinking what I might do is see if I can bring Riku in to give a, like, null type move. That might be good. I need all the help I can get damage-wise. Oh, rule. Yeah, rule always supporting the underdog. I'm going to try another steal here. This is a rare opportunity. I'm going to try and get him. It's just that it countering with sleep is a bit annoying, but like I say, this first form you don't have to worry too much unless you really kind of drag it out and you're not watching your HP, and Absorb comes in. So it takes half of the maximum HP of the person with the highest HP or something. Something along those lines, like the person with the current highest HP. So we just need to keep an eye, but other than that it should be okay. Whoops, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. I just want at least one more steal here. I'm not going to drag it out too much. There you go. 2 steals, I think we'll make do with that. People can put thumbs up on donation messages. That's interesting. That's got to be a new thing. Damn. Okay. I think we can slowly start to get more back on the offensive here. Let's get rid of this first. Yeah, unfortunately not. Right. There's some of that counter, but it's not helping much. Okay, so I think what I want to try... I'll probably primarily focus on Waka and Orin for strength. Let's see how much he does before the cheers. 1,600. So we're going to get about a third more damage. So it should be a decent chunk by the time we're done. Especially once we get towards like the third form and stuff, we really need to just pile on the damage as quickly as possible to not get ourselves in trouble. So we've got to watch out. So what I'm going to do, this might require a quick check from me, but I need to see if I can mix some kind of novel here. What do I have? It'd be nice to basically just get like 5 times cheer, 5 times focus, all that stuff just in one go without having to bother. I don't want to use these two. I think you could do it with Soul Springs. I think if I mix the 2 Soul Springs together, I end up getting like a null. Can anyone in chat confirm that one for me? Riku's mixes are definitely the kind of thing where it's nice to just have a chat to help you instead of scrolling through all of them. Yeah, Riku got some good HP in this run, but I'm relatively confident that Soul Springs are there. Just use Google, that's boring. I wanted to ask the chat to help me. 2 Soul Springs make a hyper null. There you go. Thank you, Caribbean. Let's go. And thank you very much, James, for the gifted memberships. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's see how much damage we're doing now. Ah. Yeah, this form's like, it can't really kill you, but it does a lot of annoying little stuff to just slow you down. So I think what we will start to do here is I'm gonna put Tidus into the mix, but I'm gonna try and haste him up as well, and basically have him be the person like tossing items to heal and stuff. It'd be quick. So, unit in. I'm not gonna really bother hasting anyone else because everyone else is attacking, and those the counter slaps that she does basically just dispels effects like haste. So my main attackers are not really going to benefit much from it. Okay. So we're almost there. So yeah, deliberately with Tidus not attacking here. And yes, indeed, do pay attention to that Nightbot message. Brianna White, voice of Aerith, will be joining us in the 24/7 stream this Saturday. Do not miss that. Alright, here we go. So, she's back up to full health now. But we should be able to start making some progress here. So, Tidus basically serves like a support role here, mostly. There's going to be a lot of kind of not doing much with him as well. If he has too many turns, we just don't need to spam too much stuff here. And Waka. Okay. So the good thing about Waka, obviously, is that we have things like fire gems, which can also be very useful. But for Form 1, at least, I'm going to just do this. 1,000. Okay, not bad. And well, I think if we use fire gems, she puts you to sleep. This is generally the strategy for now. Things will probably get more interesting once the zombie starts to come into it, but for now, this is what we're going to do. But you can see that the turns here for Tidus. Obviously he's hasted too, but... Okay. just super quick here. Again, if you can prepare really well for this fight, you can probably prepare like different armors for like the first form, second form. You can protect yourself against like, I don't know, sleep, darkness, that sort of thing. But pretty sure Waka doesn't have any darkness protection. Come on. Really? Is his accuracy that bad? Good grief. Like, you should not be missing there. Come on. Wow. I think Waka has aim, which might be useful here. At least I'll toss one on there. He does. Okay, good. I'm gonna throw at least one on there. We can't have Orin missing here. That's not gonna help. Alright, no more misses, please. We need that 2,500 HP damage. Smooch by Fire, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How on earth do you miss a stationary Yunalesca? Exactly. So some of these things, I think one of my favorites is Dark Anima. When you just completely miss Dark Anima, it's quite easy to do as well, because of the luck stat and stuff. RPG Plus, hope you feel better soon. So the damage is slow, but we're getting there. Don't want to start using fire gems just yet. But I think from the second form onwards with Waka, I'll start to use the fire gems. Keep going. 110k. It's work for Tyres to do, but he can do it. That's speed. Cage Mixer, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us for this monumental fight. So slow and steady here, still. But I'm not healing so much as well, so that Absorb does a little less as well. Nearly there. But I think... yeah, there's no darkness here. Nice. Alright, we don't want to head into the second form with like really low HP though, so we've got to be careful. No critical hits at the moment so far, I think. No counter attack there either. Imagine if you could recruit Yunalesca from Blitzball. Okay, we're almost there. We're gonna hopefully get to the second form now. I think we're basically ready, so I'm gonna toss a Mega Potion here just to quickly get everybody's health up. And I think from here we can... oh, it's not gonna quite be enough. Yeah, we need one more attack. Fine. Just wait for one more. Yeah, I don't want to... actually, I could stop. Two like that. No. I'll be patient here. Just wait for one more attack. Yeah, unfortunately some people will get ads. I've mentioned this countless times, but always worth a re-mention. YouTube basically kind of tries to decide when to put them in. I think they're supposed to be roughly every half an hour or so, but I don't think it does a particularly great job of when to put them in. Some people will see them, some people won't, so it's always been a bit hit and miss with that stuff, unfortunately. So everyone's experience will vary, unfortunately, with that stuff. Depends on a lot of factors. And there you go. So with that counter attack, we switch to the second form, as things will now get more interesting. Right, comes in with Hellbiter. This is almost like a counter attack, like it will do it regardless of when the next turn is. Let's see. I think from here on, we switch to fire gens. They do about 3,000 damage a pop. So that's 90,000. Actually, maybe not, honestly. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for popping in, RPG. Hope to see you again soon and hope you get better. So yeah, Tidus can continue to basically just work on stuff like this. Now he's got a zombie to heal. And now we get a free regen as a result. Excellent. There, again, I'm not attacking with Tidus because in this form I think there's a 50% chance that Yunalesca counters with a slap. And that will dispel haste and that kind of thing. Speaking of haste, I feel like he doesn't have it. What happened to his haste? Did it run out? I swear haste don't run out in this game. I must have got slapped, I didn't realise. Just wait. So I'm just going to haste Tidus up again. It's better. Yeah, he must have been slapped. There's no other reason. I was probably looking at the chat or something. Okay. So now obviously the regen counts against him, so we've got to get rid of it. YouTube Premium does have an annual plan, I think. I don't know if that annual plan is more like region specific, but it should have one. I'm on an annual plan. I'm basically lucky because I lived in Turkey. I was still in Turkey at the time, and using my like Turkish bank account address, all that stuff, I could benefit from the Turkish rate, which was a lot lower than the one in the UK. So because it like auto renews and stuff anyway, I've just left that alone. So maybe, yeah, depending on what nation you're in, it doesn't have an annual plan. In Turkey it does. So, again, your mileage may vary. I still always think that, like, YouTube partners should get, like, a free premium at least. Like, considering how much revenue partners collectively generate for YouTube as a platform. Like, the least they could do is give us, like, a free premium that technically really costs us nothing. Like, the ad revenue they make from partnered, like, content creators feels very, very, very low. So just give us the premium, man. Give us a little perk. But no. Doesn't happen. Oh, there you go. Finally a critical. A rarity. YouTube doesn't care about content creators as long as we bring in the cash. Been doing pretty well to resist the zombie here at the moment. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like, would it really hurt Google's bottom line? I mean, how many thousands of content creators could there even be that's at like a, you know, let's say you need 100k subs or something. that kind of level. How many of us are there really at that stage? Like a few, I don't know, thousands, 10,000 in the world? Who the hell knows? Like, that's not that much money, man. For Google, it's a drop in the ocean. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop whether or not we create content, whether we have YouTube Premium or not. But, you know, sometimes it just would be nice to get a little something extra. But yeah, I do have to say, since I have had YouTube Premium for maybe 2 years now, I've never looked back. It's definitely a great addition. And I do feel bad for people that like, for whom it's too expensive and they can't have it. Because the ads are definitely annoying, I'm not going to lie. Google is trying its hardest to succeed at such a small company, exactly. Google's got to hustle. So far, so good. It really is the third form when chaos can happen. 321,000 accounts have over 100k subscribers. Really? That's nuts. I do wonder how many of them are kind of not like corporately run, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like a music record label has like 10 channels of its own, like 20 channels or whatever, or networks and that kind of thing. I wonder how many of them are just individuals, like content creators and stuff. 321k sounds huge. That surprised me. Again, I think no zombie here. Wow. Yeah, been doing well. And yes, 200k is creeping up. It's going to coincide relatively close with the 16-year anniversary of the channel, so I might do something to kind of do both, to celebrate 16 years and 200k together. I think they'll be relatively close to each other, instead of doing two separate things. But yeah, the zombie walls are doing their job here. I think we're still good here. I figure if the creators I watch are getting even a little from watching Spencer and that, I'm okay with it. Yeah, definitely, obviously, content creators hugely appreciate and need the ad revenue. There's no kind of skirting around it. That's just the way it is. We are all quite heavily reliant. People at my level especially, like once you, I think, transcend a certain level and you have, I don't know, many hundreds of patrons or thousands of patrons or like big sponsorships, all that kind of stuff, you just don't really need the ad revenue anymore. But I think for a lot of people that's kind of at my kind of level, you know, 50k, 100k, 200k, maybe 500k, like unfortunately the ad revenue still makes up probably like the lion's share of your revenue, which it does for me. So yeah, if there were no ads run, we would make not enough money to do what we do full time, definitely. But I always say, for my channel at least, YouTube Premium actually pays me more. I think because that wants to do with watch time, it basically splits a portion of your watch time across the different channels that you watch. So if you're a premium user and you watch a lot of this channel, I think that generates a lot more revenue for me than watching ads does. So it's weird, there's so many different ways to think about it, but yeah, it's always something. But yes, for anyone thinking like if I'm on YouTube Premium, the content creators get nothing, that's definitely not true. I can definitely confirm that. As something of an insider. Basically, I'm trying to get Riku deliberately zombified here as well. Regen, is that a Waka? It is. It's not good. To be fair, as I say, I think it's just to do with which channels you watch the most. So if you are a premium user and you, let's say, watch, I don't know, 20% of your entire watch time is this channel, let's just say theoretically, I think I get 20% of the cut that content creators get from premium. So it's all complicated. There's a lot of numbers. I don't know everything completely either, but yeah, it's definitely true that content creators get a share of premium revenue too, and it can be higher than just watching ads. Oh, God's sake. When there's only one person zombie, it's quite rare that it uses this many of this type of move, but basically I'm trying to set up now for the third form, because we all know what's coming once the third form arrives. I'm a bit worried in case he gets a critical here. Don't want that to happen. So I think no one is zombified here, right? Let's double check that. So basically what I want is like 3 zombies. And then that should make my life a little bit easier. Okay, here we go. Okay, Riku healing herself is fine. I think we can do this. Counter. It's fine. Lulu can stay. 2,900, yeah. So just patient here. This is the most like delicate part of the operation. Before everything goes wild. Did Orin have it? He did not. Yuna does. Okay, so we have 3 zombies now. Let's try and get this done. Only 516. Wait. Yuna's very slow. Yeah. Oh no, this is not good. Oof. Just to guarantee that we get it, now it's time to spam some fire gems. So, should be Mega Death next. Now I don't remember the sequence here, but there is like a fixed sequence, at least in terms of when Mega Death and when Mind Blast appear. But I definitely know the first move is Mega Death. One of the most infamous storyline boss moves of all time. Any Lulu backhands yet? Not this time, unfortunately. I don't think it will happen against Yunalesca in this form, especially. So now, bring it in Speedy Boy Titus, and he can start to basically repair the damage here for a little while. Okay. Let's see. Right. So, we should have a little bit of time before Mind Blast. Orin does more damage, so I'm going to get him back in. And I think in this form, basically the counter attack is like 100% of the time. And so again, if you don't have SOS haste, or well, even less likely auto haste, you're going to have to keep reapplying it all the time, basically. Alright, here we go. Let's see how much damage we've done here. Yeah, okay. Obviously it's the last form, so we're pulling out all the stops. Try and get the win. Is this your first playthrough of Final Fantasy X? Oh boy. Most certainly is not. It must be your first time here, I think. So welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Alright, that's good damage already. Basically, I'm wondering, should I have Yuna in the mix? I think what I will do, I'll get rid of the counter-attack weapons here. I feel that's probably not a good idea. Are we allowed to talk about celestial weapons? Yeah, you can. For the spoiler stuff of Final Fantasy X doesn't apply. Sorry. The message from Nightbot, it's basically it's on the 24/7 stream all the time, and I can't bother to switch it on and off whenever I do this one. So yeah, don't worry about that. Can definitely talk about all things spoilers for Final Fantasy X in this particular stream. Would you ever have your memory erased so you could experience playing Final Fantasy X again for the first time? It's a tough question, because for me, like, that would probably mean erasing all the memories I have, like, kind of to do with the game. It would be a very weird one for me, because so much of my time with Final Fantasy X is not purely to do with the game. That would be a tough one. Probably not, I think. I could still like love and appreciate the game so much after so much time, but I don't think so. Maybe when I'm like, if I'm an old man someday, then I'd like to relive the magic as if I'd never got it. And well, you never know. Maybe I'll just naturally start forgetting things anyway. So, is this going to be a Hellbiter potential, or is this going to be Mind Blast? If it's Mind Blast, it could be dangerous. I'm just going to wait here just in case. Yeah, okay. So Mind Blast should be the next one. So this is definitely the form to use these fire gems in. It's quicker and it does more damage, almost double the damage of the regular move. Don't worry, there'll be a Final Fantasy X remake soon. I still think it's one of the most popular choices for the next remake. I really do think it's more likely than many of the others. I think we keep Yuna in here. We have two people that have protection. Yeah, it would be kind of funny, because if I did like have my memory erased and I started playing the game again and I got to like post-game and all that stuff, I'd be looking up like certain things, and then I'd be seeing this Dansg08 guy who's made videos for the game. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, so we're going to unload another Holy here. I think. Yeah, go for it. We want a Final Fantasy VIII remake, definitely. It's the one I want the most, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Alright, here we go. This is where things can really go wrong. Especially again if you're not prepared. So, yeah. So I put one person in who doesn't have, who does have Confused Ward. I believe, again, probably someone at Caribbean can answer this, but I think if you have Confused Ward, I think it's enough, like you're immune. I think it has a 50% hit rate, and this has a 50% protection rate, so I think it should be enough. Now, this is recovery mode here. I think I'm going to use remedies here to be safe. I don't want to try and hit anyone and counter attacks and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. Why don't you think 8 Remake will happen? I think it will, but I think right now, like Final Fantasy X Remake, they probably think they can make more money with it. It's an easier remake, will cost them probably less to do. And there's probably, right now, 10 will probably still outsell an 8 Remake. So I think if you're looking at it purely like Square Enix kind of business perspective, in my mind, I feel like it's probably still the better choice. People talking about the mic being problematic. Does it sound okay to you guys? Again, it looks okay. The sound waves that I can see look okay. It was just for a few seconds, okay. Right. Sometimes it has a cackle. Crackle, cackle. Let me just put it back. Let me just take it out. It might mess with your headphones slightly for a split second, but I'm going to take it out and put it back in. Maybe some kind of connection issue. Hopefully it should be working again. With no issues. We'll see. Okay, I'm starting to lose track of what's going on now. I need to stay on the ball here. Okay. Yeah, if you hear any more like mic issues, just let me know. I'll see if I can do anything about it. Okay, with this one at least I get to have an extra turn. The plan was to distract you, yeah. This third form, like, unless you really have the power to just unload all of your overdrives and blast through, or like you're just very powerful anyway, this third form just needs a lot of attention. Now, what I could do is give myself an ether so that I can use one more holy. Then that would probably be good. Oh wait, no, I damaged myself. She's zombified. Damn it. Yeah, zombie is such a tricky status to work with, man. It really is. This is what I mean by you have to focus with this type of stuff. It's very unforgiving. There you go. You saw a noob move there. Still happens after all these years. And what, I'm missing a zombie, so someone's gonna die here, I think. Definitely don't have a death proof. Okay. I think we might as well get another chunk of damage here. Is Yojimbo's one-hit move actually controllable, or is it luck-based? It can be controllable. I have a very, very in-depth video on it. If you're really curious about it and you like the numbers and the mechanics behind it, you can definitely look up like Dansg08, Zanmato, Yojimbo, whatever, and you should be able to find a very detailed video explaining hopefully everything you need to know. But basically there are ways to guarantee that you get Zanmato. But yeah, 6 is, like, along with 8, 6 is the Final Fantasy that I'd love a remake for the most, but it's probably also one of the least feasible ones just because of how incredibly old it is and how big and ambitious it was for its time. I'm not sure it would, like, considering what they had to do for 7 to do it justice, 6 seems like equally as a big project or even bigger. I don't know. So 6 I think is the least kind of realistic one for a remake of like the 7 remake level. Okay, so we're starting to get closer. Still not attacking with Tidus yet. Yeah, gonna keep her in zombie. Closing in. Final Fantasy 6 would have like 10 parts, a 40-year journey, exactly. What do you consider to be the hardest 100% out of all the 5? I think 10-2 probably still. I've never done it, but 10-2 has to be the most difficult, I think. Okay, someone probably going to die here. Wow. Okay. It's a bad move by Yunalesca. No complaints from me. I hear Final Fantasy 13 200% is ridiculous. Probably. I think probably the one that would take you the most amount of time, even if you have a guide and stuff, could be Rebirth, honestly. Like I said, I won't talk about it, but it's incredibly long, and if you want a platinum and stuff, there's a lot to do. A lot. This one, I think Mind Blast is coming next, so I forgot to swap to this last time. Okay. Can I sneak an extra turn? I can't. Confusion kind of scares me more than the Mega Death move. So I'd rather just wait this out. Yeah, we're trying to go without summons if we can. That's generally how I've been doing it. I haven't summoned at all yet. For me, it always adds an extra layer of challenge, which I enjoy. So we're going to stick to no summons unless I really get stuck with something. But we're closing in now. We're getting there. Okay. Bring Walker back. Yeah, I mean, you'll see me do it all the time. I talk about it a lot too, but you can manipulate the CTB a lot by weapon switching. It's a rank 1 action. It's basically the quickest action you can take. So if you look at the CTB, you can see that Tidus leapfrogs a turn when you go to weapon. If you go down to item, even though it's a quicker move than regular attack, it's not enough to make a difference here. And so his CTB stays in the same place. So it shifts, but it's not enough to give him a new turn. So this is rank 2. And then attack is a rank 3, so it doesn't move. And then depending on what you choose, it can, something like flare will push it down. So that's, yes. This is definitely one way to speed things up if you need it. Okay. Keep going. Is defender rank 2? Yeah, it should be a rank 2. Was it possible to re-equip the same? Yeah, it should be. Pretty sure I do that all the time. Yeah, you can just re-equip the same one. That's a pretty standard move. Okay. Very close now. Mic issue again, just then only like 3 seconds. Yeah, it's a weird one. We've not had that at all, and I can't really see why it's happening. For the VODs, I'll see if I can spot it, see if I can change it. But if not, then my bad. We'll see if there's anything I can do about it for the next one. Alright, we're getting close. Okay, let's keep waiting. Yeah, I mean, at this stage for the crackling, I've tried to kind of remove my mic and reattach it and stuff. I don't think there's too much more I can do without kind of shutting the stream down and really playing around with stuff. It's a very weird one, like I've not encountered that issue basically before. As James gifts 5 more memberships, thank you so much. But one thing you can also see is just how fast Yunalesca is as well. It's like I want to make sure I always have a turn after these dangerous moves. Just to make sure I'm okay. Okay, I think with this one I should surely be able to do this. Yeah. Cotillion, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Right, there it is. Very close now. Yeah, I think we're basically there now. Let's see how much damage a Fury does. I have no idea. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. It's just not great damage. But with this, we should be able to finish it off. There we go. Flare finish. Can Flare finish it? Let's find out. Whoops. There you go. After playing the support role for the entire fight, he comes in and finishes it off. Flare. What a legend. Thank you for that suggestion. And there we go. Okay, I think while this cutscene plays, I'll detach my mic and stuff again and mess around with it a bit, so I'll be muted for like a minute or two.